Okay, welcome in everybody. We are back on the attack. All right, what's up everyone? How you doing? We are back from our little holiday break. Make sure we're all engaged here. What's up? What's up from Chicago? How are things in Chicago? Thinking time. Jenny, how are you? Okay, there we go. Had to reset that. Biffin, what's happening? How are you? Dragonfly, Betty, how are you? All right, tonight we're kind of going unscripted. We're going to kind of do some fun stuff tonight. I don't have any particular agenda on the schedule, so we're going to have some fun. What do y'all say? You want to have some fun tonight? I think we will. Where can I ask for something special? I just made a new email. I just got the new website that's not fully up and running, but we do have an item on there. And you can find me at thefieryguy.com. I just created a brand new website. We're starting to get things done. But you can also find me at thefieryguy@outlook.com. Hi, how you doing, Betty? Good to see you. I got your message. Don't worry about, whatever we have to do to fix the dragonfly thing. I'll fix it. I got you handled. You know that. Colleen, how are you? No box yet? Yeah, there's a lot of people with no boxes yet, Mike. I'm so sorry to say. I have dealt with 3 or 4, no, probably 8 shipments that are somewhere off in Never Land. And I don't have any good answers for it. I can't even get an answer right now. So I am just going to redo everything, ship it all UPS. I'm sorry you feel bad, Betty. It's, thefieryguy.com, correct. Yep. Yeah, I just have to get everything fixed up for everybody. I'm going to probably go to straight up UPS for a while. I'm just going to have to change the shipping a little bit, and that'll be okay. No, don't feel bad for me. I'm going to file claims for everything. I'm definitely going to file claims. It's going to be fine. Yeah, we'll be okay. Okay, so here we go. We're going to pull this down. We're going to do, remember how I do the, kind of like the chaos, I don't know what to call it. Like the electric pendants that have like it's the silver fumed with all the little extensions in there, the little fingers. We're going to do that tonight, but I'm going to do it on a marble. We're going to throw some uranium in there and figure it out. Make some fun tonight first off. Mom's doing good. Yeah, tonight we're going to just go some custom stuff. We're going to make some really cool, kind of play around with some designs and probably get some audience input on the designs as we go through it. Just kind of playing around. It's kind of like my one time I get to just kind of turn loose. So we're going to turn it loose a little bit. Okay, so we're going to bring it in and mellow that one out. But yeah, everything will be good. I am recording POV too. I got this little camera on right now. So it is a POV camera. and I'm trying to see how I'll have to download it. I can't live stream it, but we're going to try and see what it looks like. All right, so first things first, we got to do the knit process. This is going to be nice for the POV, those that want to learn this process. You're going to actually see it happen. So is everybody on the vertical tonight? Is everything looking like the vertical live stream, the normal one? I'm hoping. All right, let's get this going this way. So when we talk about doing knit, it's like this. You can see those little layers in there rotating around. Colleen, thank you for the jewels. It looks good. Okay, good. Yeah, it should be the straight up, just the normal look tonight. I'm going to start incorporating the other one off and on. So yeah, this process is called knitting. And this is what my mother was absolutely fantastic at with glass. Oh, I just completely bonkered it. That's okay though. For this pendant, it's going to be fine. Not pendant, marble. Why did I say pendant? Because I'm used to making it as a pendant, I guess. How was everybody's holiday? I hope you had a fantastic time and no drama. I hope you all had an absolute wonderful time. My hair does look glass blown. Actually, you're the first person that's ever said that. That's funny. I agree with you. It does kind of look glass blown, doesn't it? I'm going to have to agree with you on that statement. All right, we're going to grab a little tiny chunk of silver out of here. Oh, come on. It's a bad thing about having big-ass fingers when that happens. Glass is not too delicate for you, I promise. Give me a minute, and I will show you how amazing the glass process is. All right, so there's that little knitted thing. Give me 5 minutes, and I will change your mind on glass. Give me 5 minutes of your time. All right, here we go. So we're going to melt that in, that little tiny chunk of silver. Going to pick it up. Hopefully you kind of see that little thing right in there. All right, so here's the last time you're going to see the glass in clear for the moment. So there it is in clear. We're going to take that silver and we're going to vaporize it right onto that bird cage, if you will. And it's going to transfer via the flame. It's a very, very fast process. I'm going to put this silver in the kiln before it falls off. And now you can see it just silver plated it, changing the whole color, kind of like into a caramel golden color. You would think that gold would turn gold, right? All right, here we go. So the next step is we're going to shrink that entire thing down. So we're going to take it from all those little loops, and we're going to shrink it down. We're going to destroy all the work we just did. And it's going to shrink it all down, collapsing it back into a solid. And if I did it right, we're going to have all these little tentacles running through the solid piece here. If I did it correctly, we're going to find out very shortly here. I'm checking I have the app for this Insta360 on my phone, and it looks really good right now. I think we're going to get a good POV. I don't know, but we're going to try it. I'm pretty happy with Insta360's equipment anyway. They're pretty fantastic. For those of you who don't know, that's the webcam I currently use, is the Insta360. This is not a paid advertisement. It's not an advertisement at all. It's just a statement, because I get a lot of people asking me what camera I use. And it is the Insta360. Link 2. Okay, we did get a really nice version here. I'm going to bring it out in front of the flame. I'm hoping we get enough where you can see it. We're going to bring it over. And as it starts to cool, you're going to start to see those little tentacles forming right there. Little branches coming through. Like that. And that just created all these little fingers running through. What's up, Red Squeak? How you doing? You see all these people spinning these stressed-looking Christmas trees? Who's teaching back? I don't know. I don't like teaching bad habits. In fact, I always tell people, don't form a bad habit. All right, let's pop this in here for the moment. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to punty it up and remove the solid from the tubing. Okay, a little punty. Like that. Good news is we were supposed to have that big old windstorm, and it just kind of faltered. It didn't materialize. I was so happy. Going to Tualip. There you go. Okay, here we go. We're going to blow this open. We're going to remove the tubing. This is called a flame cut, so we're going to blow it super, super thin and then cut it with the flame. Just like that. That's always a lot of fun. I like that part. That part makes me happy. There we go. That never gets boring. Yeah, well, I don't know if I don't think they shut them down for a while. I could be wrong. I don't think they shut the lights down for a little while. All right, so now we're left with this portion right here. I'm going to take it and we're going to shrink it all down, get it solid, and we're going to start forming the marble up soon. Neon style lights? No, I haven't thought of doing that because I tried neon once and it's a completely different aspect of glass. And I was not very good at it. 2 reasons. One, it melts, that neon glass melts at a much softer point. So it gets soft at a low temperature and it stays hotter longer. So it's hard to get the feel for it. But 2, and this is the most important part, you kind of have to be able to spell everything backwards. So when you do the neon, at least the guy that taught me was teaching me that you have to do it all backwards. All the words, letters, everything. And that was a little difficult to get used to. What's up, BDH? How are ya? All right, so we got this little, you can kind of see those little tentacles reaching through there now. We're going to magnify them though real quick. We're going to enhance it with some clear glass. And then we're going to turn it into a decent sized marble. A little bit decent. Okay, so we're going to attach this and we're going to add the clear. The clear will magnify everything underneath it. This is used in, especially Millefiori, all the little chips that you see people use, they're like slices of images, Millefiori. And if you put a bunch of clear over it, you magnify the image, and you could definitely see a lot more detail when you do that. So right now I'm just building this big section of clear up here. But what I really want to do is try and struggle some uranium through here. Really want to run some uranium through the process. Sorry, for some reason my screensaver just went off and I can't see the screen. I have no idea why it would do that on a live stream. That's like totally crazy. There we go. I had totally fixed that setting and now it's coming back. And here we go. We're going to bring up the magnification here. Yeah, the POV is looking good, actually. All right. I think we have a good little electric looking action on this thing. It looks actually pretty good. I don't know if y'all can see those little tentacles running through there while they're super bright right now. It looks really good. I thought maybe I might have a problem with it, but so far so good. No problem. So next step, I'm going to pop some uranium glass under here, and then we're going to do the dark background. So I want to see if I can get this to kind of glow with the uranium glass, and then do the dark background kind of hiding it. How many different processes are there for marbles? There are quite a few. Yeah, there are quite a few different processes. What's up, Miss Vicious? How are you? Good to see you. Miss V. Okay, hopefully everybody had great holidays, I'm hoping. Change your name. There you go. Well, that's okay. All right. Before we go too far, though, sorry, I'm going to have to change this one setting. I got to change the setting. And system display. Sorry, I need to turn off. Really? Nope. Personalization. There we go. Lock screen. Animations. Picture. Sorry, I'm just doing one thing here. I don't want this thing, the screensaver keeps popping on. Screen timeout. There we go. We need to go to never. There we go. It is on never. Wow, okay. I guess I'm going to have to figure it out later. It did not want to do that. Do I fix glass? Not really anymore. It really depends on the glass work. I fix my own, but I can't really, I don't know what someone else, how they built their glass. And I don't know exactly what type. There's different types of glass that is used in artwork. There's a soft glass and a hard glass. Hard glass is commonly referred to as Pyrex. Soft glass is pretty much everything else. If it's soft glass, it's going to be really hard to try and repair. If it is a borosilicate, it is possible, but depends on how someone built it. There's a lot of times people don't exactly use the most solid techniques. So I've had too many instances where I had to go in and fix someone's glass, and all of a sudden the whole thing fell apart in the kiln because someone didn't build it correctly. And then I had to go in and rebuild the entire project because I had committed to repairing it. So that's pretty much why I don't repair anymore. However, if you go on to Torch Talk on Facebook, Torch Talk, just post what you have, and I'm sure you'll find someone in your area. There's lots of glass blowers that can fix it. Because if they physically see it, I'm sure they can kind of do it. Pyrex is soda lime, used to be borosilicate. Only in the cookware, yes. Currently, any lab glass like beakers or scientific glass is still the original Pyrex. Yeah, the laboratory glass is original Pyrex. Everything else is not. The cookware, the new cookware is not original Pyrex. It is soda lime, you're correct. Yeah, I'll have to fix mod status later. Right now I'm working through the bugs of everything. Nope, I don't own any restaurants unless you consider peanut butter and jelly sandwich restaurants a restaurant. Yeah, everybody. I hope there was a good Christmas. There are two brands of Pyrex. One is the original and one is not original. You can tell by the big R and the little r. And I forget which one's which. I forget which one is the real Pyrex and which one is not. But it's by the big R and the little r. All right, so we're adding this blue background on here. I'm hoping it looks really fantastic. And we're going to see what this marble looks like. Doing a nice blue background. We got uranium underneath there. So it should glow really nice bright green. We'll have these really nice extensions in here. And maybe it'll be semi-epic. Knock that off. Right now it just looks like a weeble wobble with a hat. Just a little weeble wobble. No, I am not him. Never claimed to be. But we both work with heat, that I can tell you. We're both working with a lot of heat. That's for sure. Mine's a little hotter. But hey, who's counting? All right, so what I got to do is get rid of this gap. That's the most important thing right now. We just have to get rid of this gap and kind of let the glass flow naturally. I don't want to force it or it'll create this really bad crease in there, and we don't want that. I want to create a nice little clean line all the way around. We're looking good so far. Not bad. Okay, we're almost getting rid of that crease. We're going to use this graphite mold here. It is made of graphite, or carbon, some people refer to it. It is one of the few materials that will not stick to glass. So you can use it for tools or marble molds, all that stuff. And it does not stick to glass, which is really nice. The drawback is graphite is very breakable. It's brittle. It's pencil lead. What glasses are those called? They're called Meta Wayfarers with special lenses. I had them custom done. Custom made. So I had the Ray-Ban lenses taken out and new lenses put in specifically for glass blowing. I still got that little crease in there, but we're going to change it up a little. I'm going to add a little design to the back of this marble before we go too far. That way we can kind of make it look pretty on the bottom side too. No, graphite doesn't gray the glass at all. It doesn't stick. It won't bond with it at all. Okay, I'm going to turn this off and we'll check it later. Go and pop that over. All right, so we're going to add a little bit of this dark amber purple on here. So the back end is very, very plain Jane, nothing to it. It's just cobalt glass. I want to put a little design on there, like a little swirl spiral. So we're going to come through and add some dots first. First one's always the most important. We're going to come through and add some more all the way around. Looking semi-good here. I have enough? Yeah. All right, so what I did there is we just added some little dots all the way around. And we're going to stack another dot on top of that one. We're going to probably use a dark color. I'm hoping I got a little bit of black here. Nope. I think I got a whole bunch of red and not a lot of black. I should have a little bit of black sitting here. I do. Right here. So we're going to stack black on top of that. And then we're going to blend everything in and twist it up. One more there. All right, we're all the way around. So now it's dots on top of dots, just sitting there. Now we're going to melt it all in. Just a little bit of heat here. And might as well take the time to show the shield. I'm going to turn this off real quick before it overheats. Turn off. Okay, never mind. All right, so the shield, this is what my glasses actually do. You can see here they're filtering out all the excessive brightness there. If I use a smaller flame, it definitely shows the difference. As we come through, you'll see it just starts eliminating a lot of that really bad glare. So that's how I can see what I'm doing 90% of the time. 10% of the time I cannot. So we're going to heat it up. I'm going to put a straight, just clear rod to the front here. See if I can find a thinner one. I can. And I'm going to twist the marble, not the rod, and it's going to spiral all those dots around. And it's going to create this pinwheel pattern in here. And then it'll have a little bit of a decoration on both sides of the marble. Just about like that. Pull off the front here. And we should be good now. We should be very good. I'm going to bring it into the camera so you can see first person what it looks like. Got to let it cool for a second. There'll be a brief moment where you're going to see the pattern and then it's going to disappear. There's about the brief pattern right there, and then it just kind of disappears. All right. And there we go. Yeah, seeing through the glasses is one of the things that I like showing. It's a process that not a lot of people get to see. All right, we're coming through. And we're going to start forming it back into a marble. And we'll get it nice and round, and hopefully it looks good. After this, we're going to do something totally different. We'll change it up. I said tonight is unscripted, no path whatsoever, no script, no nothing. We're just kind of going with it. Actually, that worked out really well right there. Way better than I thought. Normally it doesn't smooth out that fast. And then we always go to a smaller mold. This is what helps create the entire marble being round. You want it to fit around the edge of the mold, not inside. I'm doing good, Miss V. Make a new pen for the scene with the hummingbirds. Oh yeah, I could do that. We could make a new pen. Maybe we'll make a new pen. What's up, Wandering Brian? Sage, how are you? Kevin, thank you. Thank you for all the jewels, everybody. Yeah, pen. Like, pen. That's right. Mods are correct. The mods are very correct. Okay, so we're going to bring it in, and we're going to pull this little bit off here. And here we go. All right, we should be able to finish it up right from this point. And I'm hoping you'll be able to see on the inside, and it'll look fantastic, and you'll see all the progress. Yeah, we should be able to do a pen. Okay, just a little bit more here. You can see it's kind of tapering down. That's going to allow me to bring it into the mold and make it all nice and round now. We're spinning in there perfect. One little gap right there. So this one will definitely have the uranium glass on the bottom. I think it's going to look good. I've not done it this way before, so I hope it looks good. If not, it'll be a waste of uranium glass. All right, last little bit here, and we should be able to take it off right after I get this polished out. All right, I'm going to hope that you can kind of see those tentacles running through there. It's kind of like a little spider web of little, it looks like spider web or electricity. Everybody sees something different running through there. Let me grab the flashlight and see if I can get it to show a little bit at least. All right, we're going to bring it as far forward as I can, and then we'll pop it in there, and you can kind of see those little tentacles busting through there. There we go. So that's what it looks like on the inside. Just totally different look to it. And where's Dragonfly's tool? Did I put it back in here? I did. So one of the mods on there, Dragonfly Creation, makes these wonderful tools. My favorite on the planet for glassblowing. We're going to grab it like this. This is how you move it off the marble off the stick. And boop, off it comes. Just like that. And you smooth it out. And then we have no little punty mark on the back end there. Make sure we're all good. Yep. I don't know if a flashlight will show any of the color on the back. No, not really. It's going to need some time to cook. All right, so, but there is the marble. It's kind of hard to see it on the inside right now. A little bit on the back end. That's all finished. All right, let's do some blown glass. We're going to make a pen. And what we refer to with a pen is an actual blown glass pen. So this one is a pen that glows in the dark, but they take a refillable Bic insert. So just a normal Bic pen like this, and they slide right in and fit, and then you got a little writing pen. I made a hummingbird sculpture, which I don't have out here, and I put a bee on it, and it doesn't look good. So I need to remake a pen. So we're going to do that right now. But this time I'm going to make it out of yellow. I think silver fume it. Yeah, let's silver fume it on the inside. Just need a short little glass rod tube. There we go. So we're going to throw some tricks and stuff at this. So we're going to start off with just a normal glass tube. It's very big. It's way bigger than I actually need for it, but it's okay. I can cut a lot of it off. So this part I always start off here. When I have the end caps, they do tend to like to blow up a little sometimes. So you have to be careful. Yeah, the pen is pretty cool. Where did I put it? Oh, I put it way over here. Yeah, multitasking. So the pen will glow in the dark. You can see it kind of has that iridescent blue glow to it. That's what it will glow in the dark itself, like that. And unlike a blacklight reactive, it will glow in the dark and stay glowing. All right, first things first, we have to open it up. So this tube is all pretty straight right now. I want to fire some silver, some pure silver, onto the inside. In order to do that, I got to create a funnel. So we're going to take this and we're going to just open it up and start creating a little funnel so that the silver goes directly on the inside and doesn't come back and hit me in the fingers. A little bit more, like that. Flare it open just a tiny bit more. Doesn't even have to be real pretty because I'm going to take it back down. All right, so now we just kind of flared it open a tiny little bit, not much, but it's enough that the silver will fire down in there and not go on the outside. Sprout, thank you so much for the jewels. I appreciate that. No, nobody's claimed the pen set that I know of. It's going to have the B pen come with it and this pen too. All right, so this is all clear right now. We're going to fire in the silver. So again, there's a little tiny chunk of silver in here. We're going to shoot the silver directly on the inside of the tube. And this is pure silver. And it's going to change the coloring on the inside. Like that. Bring this out and push that back in. All right, so now you can see it did some coloring in there. It's not very pretty right now. We're going to change all that up here in a minute, but you can see it fired some color in there. So we're going to come through and we're going to burn that silver. And there's a couple different methods for doing this, but this method I think is the most effective. So we use a very oxygen-rich flame. You kind of burn it in with one particular, see how the color just changed? Now, I'm going to open it up and we're going to go propane-rich reducing flame. And it's going to change it again. And now it just changed it up again. So now we've kind of got it burnt in there. I'm going to go a little bit, one more time, directly as far down in there as I can get. There. That's about as much as I can get in there, burning it in. But you can see it totally changed everything. Looks good. When we get done with this, it should be about half that color. It'll be about half as much. It's going to burn half of it off as we go through. I don't know if I have any more calligraphy pens. I do have the parts to make them, Red Squeak. I do have a couple more parts to make them. I don't know if I have any pens made. All right, so we're going to come through and we're going to close this off now. Now I can shrink that little funnel down. We're going to close it off. We're going to decorate it. I don't know what we're going to decorate. Should we do hummingbird, bumblebee? I need something that's gardening, like a bumblebee, hummingbird. Butterfly is going to be too small. I would do a butterfly, but I think it'd be too small. We are making a blown glass pen right now. We'll be making a whole bunch of different stuff, though. Right now, I'm working on an actual writing pen. So this will be fun. But I think I think, by the way, I think I got my camera all set up. I think the camera looks really good right now. I spent a little time trying to make it a little better, and I think it looks good. Wyatt, thank you for the jewels. I'm hoping you can see a little more detail now. Okay. All right, so we got the pen all the way enclosed. So now the tubing is enclosed. Here comes trick number 2. And this is where it's going to be a lot different than anything we've ever done on this. So now I'm going to gold fume on top of the glass. So we're going to encase the gold on top, the silver underneath, create a little pattern to it, and then pull it out. And it should look pretty awesome once we get it fully blended together. But we're going to gold fume it and kind of trap a little bit of the gold, not much of it, because I still want the silver to show through, but it should be almost like a 3D effect. All right, so we got all the color. I got the tubing kind of back into its shape. Next trick, we're going to bring out the gold and we're going to fume it. This is pure gold. It is super expensive. If you haven't noticed the gold prices lately, they are really expensive per ounce. So I am using gold very sparingly these days. Little gold nugget on here. I'm going to use every little part of this nugget I could possibly find. And there's the nugget right there. So this is going to vaporize gold onto the outside of the tube. And it's going to completely change the whole look of it. Ooh, almost had that gold fall off. So as I'm melting the gold on there, it is rolling on the end of this rod, kind of like just literally rolling around. All right. And there we are. So now we have the gold. Notice how shiny it is. I can even bring the light out. Jamie, thank you so much for the thumbs up. Here we go. Watch this. That was unepic. And there. Now you can see all the gold shining through there. So that's how it changed the color. But we're not going to keep it all that way. We're going to trap it. And then, yeah. I think I'm going to stripe it, to be honest. There, that should work. So we're going to stripe all the way down. We're going to trap that gold. Anywhere I don't put this rod, it is going to burn the gold off. And it will leave the silver that's underneath there exposed. So the silver's on the inside, the gold is on the outside. And it should leave a very nice 3D effect in here. Okay, I think I can fit 2 more. And 1 more. Just got to get that all melted in a little bit. And there we are. So now we got the gold trapped, the silver underneath. It looks like a giant, or actually not a giant, a small hot dog right now. We're going to change it up though. It does look like a hot dog. I'm not kidding. So we got to put what's called a punty at the end here. Like that. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to melt that in. Hold on. I'm just going to blend it in real quick. I don't want to have those ends exposed. And there we are. All right, so the next step is we're going to heat it all up. We're going to stretch it out. I'm going to create a little bit of a spiral in there and give it a little bit of character. And I'm debating whether we put a full twist in the middle, like an actual corkscrew on the middle of the pin. That might be something kind of cool. All right, let's kick on the big flame for just a second. Get this thing heated up. Okay, we're going to bring it down. All right, here we go. So we're going to take it, and I'm going to slightly start spiraling this around, almost like we did the peppermint sticks. And I think we're good. I actually think that's good. Okay, I'm going to bring it over here, and we're going to really collapse it a little. This is where the insert for the pen will go, right in this section. So I'm going to prefab it right here. Bring it down to a little bit of a point, and then we're going to work on the back end. This will be the top of the pen. I'm just trying to see if there's anything I need to correct on it before we go too far. I don't think so. No, I think it's good. All right, let me burn this off and I'll show you what it looks like. We'll bring the flashlight over and I'll kind of give you a little tour of it before we go any further. I don't know if I want to add anything to it. It's actually pretty nice by itself. Just the coloring. I don't know if it needs anything on it. All right, so we're going to bring it in. I'm going to bring it as close as I can, and here comes the little reveal. You can kind of see the colors bouncing through, I hope, a little bit. Kind of bouncing through there. Get as close as I can. But anyway, it has definitely got this iridized look to it. But before I can finish it off, I do have to pop a little hole in the side. And this will allow me to finish it off if I decide to do it that way. Wow, it's pretty thick. Yeah. Now I'll cover that hole up later with a little nub if I decide to do so. I'm hoping you can kind of see this coloring. I see a little bit of it coming out now. It's definitely got that silver and gold look. I'm going to try the flashlight one more time. Maybe now that it's cooled off, you might be able to see some of the colors running through. It's kind of rainbowish. I don't know. Should we put something on it? What do you think? Should we do a uranium glass bead? Ooh, that, you know what? Uranium bead might not be bad. A uranium bead may not be so bad. Maybe just a little uranium bead. Let's do a tiny uranium bead. Hummingbird would be really good, but the problem is it's so fragile. The beak on there would be really hard to not break. I'll just make it a little, I'm going to put it right at the top. We'll do a little uranium bee. It's going to be small though. It's got to be tiny. What's the red glass? Which red glass are you referring to? Oh, we could put a mushroom on there. All right. I'm either doing uranium bee or a mushroom. You guys decide. No, I can't do caterpillar right now. So mushroom or bee. I'll let you all decide. No, I'm not putting an octopus with a hummingbird. It goes to a set. So it has to be mushroom or bee. Those are the two choices. Mushroom or bee. Uranium, mushroom. Yeah, we'll do the mushroom out of uranium for sure. Mushroom, 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 mushroom. All right, we'll do mushroom. Let me, all right. I can't do the mushroom out of white because that won't look good with that. So we're going to do the mushroom out of the ambery purple color. We'll do mushroom out of amber purple. With a white top though. We will put white on the top. But the mushroom stem has to be amber purple. It has to be kind of brownish. And that's to blend with the pen. It's just going to be a small mushroom though. You don't want to throw the weight of the pen off too much. But we'll put uranium in it. We'll definitely do some uranium. All right, here we go. So first things first, I have to build this little tiny rod into a little bit of a thicker rod. Basically increasing the diameter so I could shrink where the mushroom cap is going to go. Right about there. So we just built it up a little. We're going to start forming a little bit of the mushroom base real quick. And this color will be fantastic when it's all done. Right now it's going to be very, very transparent. It'll come back into this brownish amber color with a hint of purple. So that's going to be the key to it. All right, we're going to do the white mushroom cap on it. And then we're going to add some uranium. We're going to be adding uranium. Watch. it ain't over yet. And here we go. So let's add a lot of this white on here. Okay. Got to let it calm down for a second. And then we're going to add uranium on top of it. And it'll give it that nice green glow. And then we'll decorate it with some, I don't know what color dots yet. We're going to definitely add some dots. All right, let's add the uranium on here. Go. Bring that out. So first things first, I have to kind of blend the uranium over the white. Then we'll start getting it a little bit into a mushroom cap, and then we'll add some dots on there and create the ultimate mushroom to go onto the pen. Oh yeah, we could do some gold on top of the mushroom, trap it. We could do that. So right now I'm just trying to get it to envelop over it. Basically, uranium coat the white. And the white underneath will make it pop a lot better. It'll stand out a lot more. The white's going to reflect the uranium, and that will give it a lot more punch. But it takes a minute for it to get there. Got to kind of let gravity do its whole thing here. It's basically like putting a sock over a marble. You literally have to, it's called the sock method. I call it the sock method. It's like just putting a sock over a marble. You're just coating it over. Like that. So now we have it completely encased. Now the uranium is on top of the white. I just have to move this mouse before my screen goes off. We can throw some gold fume on there. I think it might look okay. Might mess up the color though too. I don't think I want to throw the gold on there. I think we're just going to pop black on it. Just going to use black. It'll make the uranium stand out that much better. What do you call the torch thing? A torch thing? It's literally just a torch. This is actually going to look really cool. I can already see it. It's actually going to look pretty cool. What brand? The brand is called Glass Torch Technologies, GTT for short. Glass Torch Technologies. No, it's oxygen and propane. See, we got nice little black on there. Looks good. Now, I'm not going to fully make this mushroom. I'm not going to make the mushroom dots completely blended in. I'm going to leave a little texture on it. Just a little bit. Leave it a little bit bumpy. Nah, I'll blend it. I really want to get this mushroom cap a certain way. We'll just blend it in. So if you're new to the channel or you're just joining us, my glasses are called didymium, and they filter out certain light spectrums, which is what I'm going to show you right now, what it does. So you drop it in, notice it changes the view completely. And that's how I can see what the heck I'm doing. We actually have a really nice mushroom cap going. I'm not disappointed in it. I didn't even have to use the mold for it. I'm going to bring it under here and try and collapse it just a little bit more. But I don't think I need to even do too much to it. It looks pretty good by itself. I think we're all good on that. I'm going to try pushing in a little bit. And we're going to bring it over. Give it a little push like that. There. A lot of work for a mushroom. Bring it down. I think we got some nice little dots running around there. A little white rim underneath it, the amber purple on top. Let's go ahead and place it on the pen. Before I do that, I don't know if you can see the stem real well, but it just went really, really dark. Before we go too far, I'll show you what it's going to look like because it's going to go transparent again. So that stem, look at the bottom underneath the mushroom cap, you're going to see these blues coming out. So it has that bluish amber purple color. And that's what the mushroom stem is going to be. So we're going to separate it, pop it on the pen. Nope. Gonna have to use clear. If I use anything color-wise, it's gonna distort it. Okay, we're gonna burn it off. Gonna round up that bottom a little bit. We got stubby little mushroom right now. It's gonna be a nice uranium to it. Gonna add it to the pen. Blended on there super well. I got to pull this a little bit tighter though. I have to thin this mushroom out just a little. Down just a tiny bit more. Might have to modify the whole thing right now. Like I said, tonight we're unscripted, so we're going to have to modify this a little bit. I am going to have to use the mold. We're going to push it in and try and get that mushroom cap a little bit more defined right now. It's not quite there. So we're going to heat it up, push it straight into that mold, and change up the look a little bit. So I'm going to come all the way to this one. Push it down. Give it more of a mushroom cap. Then we're going to tilt it just a little bit so it has that natural mushroom look to it. So I don't like to have it too much of like a just straight up stiff looking mushroom. So we gave it a little bend to it. So it kind of has an organic look. And it should glow really nice with the uranium. All right, we got to park this in the kiln because the back end got too cold. Looks like a Dragon Ball. Yeah, kind of. You know, everybody sees something a little different. And that's the nice part about the glasswork. Everybody sees something organically different. And I do like that portion about that stuff. Like this mushroom here, this one has the uranium on it too. So this is a little pendant that we did the other day, or ornament, whatever you want to call it. But there, and you can see that it glows really, see how it glows really pinky and green like that? Kind of cool, right? So that is just kind of the way it changes things up. I do like that part about it. I always think it looks good. All right, let me grab this little bit of amber purple and put it all together. Got to mix stuff up. Yeah, that's uranium. Is it safe? 100%. I don't have a third arm yet, so yeah, it's got to be pretty safe. Yeah, if I start growing a third arm or have an eye pop in the middle of my head, then we might have to question a few things. But right now, all good. It is all good. I'll park that off to the side. I'm going to attach this one. And I got to wait for it to settle down. It will still bend for a long time. And there we go. Should be okay. Okay, what else do I have on my agenda? I don't have a script. So that's the good part and the bad part. I don't want to do that right now. I'm thinking I still want to use this glass up. I'm just going to make a quick bird while we're thinking about it. I'm just going to make a quick bird while I'm thinking about what the next project's got to be. Because I want to use all this white up. I need to get rid of it. We'll do this one out of a hummingbird. I did the dove last time. We'll do a hummingbird on this one. Let's see if I can get rid of this stuff. I hate this glass. Absolutely hate it. Hate this glass. All right, let's grab it up and gather it up. Create a little ball. So this will be a little hummingbird. It's going to take me 6-7 minutes. So if you got 6 or 7 minutes, it's worth the wait. It's definitely worth hanging out. All right, a little bit more. And if we're lucky, maybe we'll gold fume it if it has any chance of looking good. All right, so we got the basic body ready to go. We're going to separate it here, and we're going to pull the tail from that section right there. So we're just going to heat it up, pull it off a little bit. It's going to form a little bit what almost looks like the beak. But this is, again, my guideline for the tail. Like that. So there's my guideline for the tail. That's kind of gives me my marker of where I need to put the tail. Let's go ahead and do that right now. We're going to form the tail. gonna freehand it. All right, so that made my little tail for me. We got that portion done. Matches my hair. It matches my hair. We'll use this. Blend that together. Burn it off here. Now we got the head for the hummingbird all set. We're all good to go. We're going to add a tiny little hook in here so it can hang. And I'm going to do everything out of white on this. I don't even want to use any clear on it. Got that. We're going to form that hook like that. So now we got a spot for it to hang. I'll set that off to the side, grab the next rod here, and we're going to make the wings. I'll straighten that hook out real quick. It's a little off. There. All right, let's do this up. I think I'm going to try gold fuming this. Little spots. Maybe just on the wings. Although it looks really good in white. I think I'm going to leave it white. It actually looks really good. Kind of almost like this porcelain look. So there is wing number 1 all set. I do sell these, yep. Absolutely. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to bring it out and do 5. So 5 layers on this. Make sure they're all balanced out. Oh my God, thank you so much. I'm trying to read the name here. Necro, is it Necro? I'm sorry, it's like a little blurry on me right now. Necro, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm telling you, the AI, I definitely see what you're saying with the AI stuff. But, you know, I'm not saying it's not going to be able to take over this someday, but at least I'll have a little bit of time to, I think a few years to get this stuff done. You know what I mean? All right, let's put the beak on here. But I love live streaming. I think it's a lot of fun. And I love interacting with people. So that's like one of my favorite things about it. All right, let's put some little eyeballs on here. Meld that in. I do like it all white. I think it looks really good. Maybe I'll opalescence this. I can add an opalescent to it after. Maybe we'll do that with it. Put an opal on it. That might be cool. Then just pop. Well, maybe not. And there we go. So now we got the bird all in white. I do like this white. When it's white on white like this, it's good. This color for anything else sucks. I don't like it. So anyway, I'm going to call it a night tonight. I'm going to take a short break and take care of a few things, but I really appreciate it. Thank you for hanging with me and making my night so much better. Getting a dry voice right now. And I'll definitely be on tomorrow all day. We're going to be working all day tomorrow. So come join me, hit the subscribe button, get notified, and yeah, let's have some fun tomorrow. And I will talk to you all later. Have a wonderful night. And thank you for hanging with me.